Clearly, the shooter is not trans, or an immigrant, or any of the other labels MAGA prematurely assigned him over the last 2 days. Radicalized? Maybe. He grew up in a conservative state with a pro-gun family who are Republicans. We don't know motive.
Are you sure about that?
Oh, there's a lot of crow being eaten right now, boys. A lot of crow. We got a whole bunch of leftards out there celebrating Charlie Kirk being murdered openly. And somehow they still want to have this discussion that this was a Donald Trump supporter that killed Charlie Kirk. That doesn't make any sense. Of course it doesn't make any sense. Why are you arguing with people who are confused about bathrooms? I mean, these people don't know what a woman is. Yeah. Of course they think that a Republican, that a Trump supporter killed one of Donald Trump's biggest supporters. Yeah. So this is what everybody has been saying since since Charlie Kirk. You guys are trying to kill so many Republicans over here, I'm losing track and mixing up names. Okay, so no, this was not the assassinated. Oh, God. This is not Donald Trump's assassin. This is Charlie Kirk's assassin. Liberal hive mind over here, these people are being paid to push a deep state globalist propaganda. The talking point after a white dude was arrested for Charlie Kirk's assassination was that, see, look at that. He's a fifth white gender. Sis, that's a slur. That's a slur. By the way, keep doing it. I don't really care. I think slurs are hilarious. But straight and cis. Isn't that a little bit redundant? Oh, well, again, it's people who don't know what a woman is. But here's Brooklyn dad defiant in between selling his child's toys to buy Coke. Or is he over? He's done doing that? Yeah, he's not doing that anymore. He did it in the past, but he's not doing it anymore. So we got a drug addict, alleged, of course, over here. Well. Tyler Robinson, the person who shot Charlie Kirk. Not trans. Nobody said it was an immigrant. Like, find me one person who, after Charlie Kirk was shot, was like, that's definitely Jorge. We said, well, considering who's been shooting small Catholic kids lately, might be a trans person. And it's definitely a leftist because it's Charlie Kirk. It's wild that you idiots think a Republican or a right-leaning person killed a right-leaning person of this magnitude. Insane. Just a straight white male. Where's the apologies? Oh, no. He wants apologies, boys. He wants a side of apologies with his black tar alleged heroin. Allegedly, of course. All right, so there you go. That douchebag. MAGA repeatedly blamed immigrants. Nobody blamed immigrants. It's just you leftards. You dumb commie libtards are the only ones who said it was an immigrant. And by the way, that's not a thing. Illegal alien. Trans people and Democrats for Charlie Kirk's murder. Turns out it turned to be this guy. Crickets. They love crickets, boys. Well, you guys can eat crickets to go along with that crow. Harry Sisson, the shooter was not a crazy liberal or trans or an immigrant. Boy, that is just feeling a whole lot like Mockingbird Media and CIA talking points at this point. The whole thing is CIA, I imagine, at this point. But anyway, this is very interesting that this is where it's at. Now, before I show you the nightmare fuel that's probably going to impact your sleep tonight, check out tonight's sponsor, CBDistillery, and get some of them sleep time gummies. You know those nights when you just don't sleep and the next day you're dragged, exhausted, and everything feels harder? That's where CBD from CBDistillery can really make a difference. But it's not just sleep. CBDistillery, they got solutions for everything, just about everything. Let me qualify that. With your body to help with stress, pain after exercise, mood, and even focus. They even got the highest, cleanest quality for your pets. CBD for pets, boys. No fillers, just premium CBD. Imagine waking up rested or enjoying your day without running into those nagging aches and pains. That's a real win for CBDistillery Solutions. That's why over 2 million people trust that CBDistillery. Hit that code right there and go get yourself some of them sleep time gummies, boys. Get the extra strength. After tonight's show, get the strawberry flavored extra strength sleep gummies. That's the jam. So if you're ready for better sleep, less stress, and feel good in your own skin again, try CBD from CBDistillery. And right now you can get 25% off your entire purchase. Visit CBDistillery and use promo code SALTY at CBDistillery.com. Promo code SALTY. CBDistillery.com. Specific product availability depends on individual state regulations. Thank you, guys. So here's all of these people wanting us to apologize. I'm not apologizing for shit. Screw all of you scumbags. Screw all you. By the way, just because the dude was raised in Utah in a Christian household of flaming red Republican Donald Trump supporting parents, the parents didn't shoot anybody, morons. It was the kid. And not even a kid. He was 22. God, you guys got me saying it. The 22-year-old goofball assassinated Charlie Kirk. And he's clearly a lefty. He's clearly a lefty. He killed Charlie Kirk, morons. And now, to nobody's surprise, to everybody's surprise, that it only 24 hours. It took 24 hours. Again, the information comes out on a Saturday that the dude who allegedly killed Charlie Kirk was living with a trans person. Seems important. Gateway pundit over here breaking: Kirk assassin Tyler Robinson's roommate and possible transgender partner identified. This is like furry stuff. He had furry phrases written on one of the case-aids. So Charlie Kirk assassin, Tyler Robinson roommate, and possible transgender partner has been identified as 22-year-old Lance Twiggs. Yeah. Looks like Lance looks like Lance cut off his twig. What is this going on? This is taking... No, it's totally a dude being manly. No, that's... When I was, a kid, there was this metrosexual, like, dudes who like to look good, and so they put product in their hair, makeup and stuff like this. They weren't gay. They were just dudes raised by single moms or something. I'm not quite sure. Too many sisters. That's not this. That's not the really? That's not a transgender? Okay. All right. Charlie Kirk assassin Tyler Robinson lived with his transgender partner, a male to female trans, according to Fox News reporter Brooke Singman. Transgender partner is cooperating with the FBI. The FBI used Robinson's text with transgender partner to solidify Robinson was the assassin. Uh-oh. He's putting out messages on Discord saying, I need to retrieve my rifle. Because remember, he leaves his rifle. If any of this is at all what the government is telling us, by the way, which you got to take this all with a grain of salt. But he jumps off the roof with his rifle. Maybe he folded it up. I'm not quite sure. Or maybe artifacting. I don't know. He gets off the roof with his gun. Goes to the woods. Puts it in a box. Wraps it in a towel. Hides it under a bush. And then he goes on Discord. And he starts telling people he needs to retrieve his gun. Are we arresting everybody? Who else is on that Discord? I got a weird feeling. It's going to be Republicans. Got a weird feeling a lot of Ukrainian and rainbow flags and pronouns in that Discord. And then there's messages between this dude and his roommate. And then add all of this to the family members are saying that they had a family dinner, and this lunatic is all pissed off about Charlie Kirk. He's pissed off that Charlie Kirk's coming to his hometown of Utah. Yeah. But definitely right-leaning, guys. Definitely right-leaning. Yeah. Living with an alleged transgender partner. Yeah. Transgender partners always love living next to flaming Republicans. This is so stupid. You are all morons. We arrested that chick, by the way. Harry Sisson, all of you dumb, absolute mental midgets with your smooth brains over here, coping so hard. This is what we know about Charlie Kirk's killer, Tyler Robinson. Not a registered Democrat or Republican. Not transgender. Not an immigrant. They keep bringing up immigrant. Nobody brought that up from the right. Nobody. No Charlie Kirk supporter. Nobody in mourning right now is like, the immigrants. It's that 22-year-old white guy from a Republican family in Utah who grew up with guns, wore a Trump costume on Halloween. Wore a Trump costume, by the way, where he's on Trump's shoulders. It's a very weird costume. And by the way, that costume was in 2016. 2016, almost 10 years ago. What's he been doing lately, Maine? Huh? Look at that. He's a twink, boys. This guy's a power bottom over here. Allegedly, of course. That's what he's doing. Yeah, you're going to leave that. You're going to leave all this out, huh? All of these people want you to eat crow. All of these people, they all want to apply. Hey, transgender. Hey, transgender. He's communicating with a transgender. Living with a transgender, communicating with a transgender, probably communicating with other transgender on Discord about needing to needs somebody to retrieve his rifle that he used to kill Charlie Kirk because he loves Republicans so much. You're all a bunch of dumb assholes. You're stupid assholes. Now, I don't know how much of it is just you idiots having a single-digit IQ or how much of it is you idiots just making money being lefty grifters. Lefties love stupid shit like this. But, boy, look at these. Not trans, not immigrant, not radical leftist. Not blamed immigrants, trans people, and Democrats. Crazy. He's not a crazy liberal or trans or immigrant. Not a Democrat, not a transgender, not an immigrant. Wow, that's weird. That's weird. That's weird. That's weird. That's weird. Oh! Oh! Uh-oh. 22-year-old wannabe professional gamer who lived with Charlie Kirk's alleged assassin gave cops incriminating text messages leading to his arrest. Lance Twiggs turned over Tyler Robinson, who lived with him in a 3-bedroom apartment in St. George, Utah. Twiggs showed police texts from Robinson about stashing a gun linked to the Wednesday shooting of the prominent conservative activist Utah Valley University. Law enforcement affidavit said. So, text or Discord messages, the line seems to be blurred over here. Maybe he did both. But you've got an alleged transgender living with a raging cisgendered white Republican who hates Charlie Kirk. It's very simple what's going on over here. It's very simple. The left needs to make it complex so they can muddy the waters. But boy, real simple at the end of the day. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you to today's sponsor, CBDistillery. Check them out. And stay tuned because we're going to have a whole lot of information on Lance Twiggs next. All right, guys, thanks so much. Take care and make way because the soul must flow.